I did get my music on for starting stream. I should do when I go through and edit it so that it doesn't do this. I should also go through and remove the weight painting on the helmet from the head and make a parent bone for the helmet so that I can actually take the helmet off and have it physically in my hand or like actually hooked onto my side kind of thing. That could be really cool. Hi.
Morning, Cairo.
That latency though.
I don't know what you're saying. The book. I looked into it. I tasked Etta to make shit. Because I wasn't going to be there. And I haven't been here since,
She made something completely fucking different. Now Ass in a coma.
When I see Etta here, I will talk to her.
She said that she didn't remember anyone giving her a book.
Oh my. You gave the book to me, and then I gave Etta the recipe that was inside of said book.
She said straight to
Hold on,
Ranch
let
and
me-
Cowboy that she remembers nothing about that. So she went ahead, made her own drug, and now Ass is in a coma.
I told Etta that. Hold on, let me fucking look in
Cairo?
in the
What?
research comms.
Are you okay?
Yes, I'm fine.
Everything is red.
That happens when I get emotional. As well as
It also happens when you...
yeah, I suspected as much why you reacted that way. Okay.
Okay.
That's not great.
Okay. Vote for me.
Six votes to everyone from Renge to gather in the main hall for an announcement.
She needs to live. If I could get someone to manufacture some, one batch should last for a month. Etta said, aye aye, Captain. I gave her the note.
She didn't make it. She made something completely different. I denied her from testing something a while ago because I wasn't sure how it was going to mix with her gas.
going to talk to Etta later about this. Because I gave her
We're gonna
fucking notes
talk
about
later.
this.
If you wanna join.
She's currently not here right now, so I'm gonna fucking talk to Wrench about it.
Yeah.
After
we
the
can talk
meeting.
with Chase later. Hold on.
Fuck.
Understood.
Hi.
Hello.
They were kind, you know? Or at least one of them was. I think they called me like Zeus or something like that, or Zeus gun or something.
I remember you saying something about that, yes.
Yeah. They were just chill like that.
You've been informed of the situation with Days?
Days? Yeah. They seem fine. Don't seem to be.
Hi.
They were up and walking around, and they even checked on my condition a moment ago.
Effects coming on every night, so hopefully there isn't any lingering aftershocks.
There are. I've been tracking their condition and their feedback from their Magitech device for a long time.
If they have any, just let me know. I'll come by.
I'll make sure to.
I'll be gathering by the memorial.
The memorial, or usually Wrench does announcements here?
He asked for the memorial, but we can ask him right now.
Seems to be set up like a DJ. Is it?
If you said the memorial, sure.
I'll double check.
Turned into a DJ now.
Hindsight
Dude, who is?
you are also like yes.
DJ Derek, he's gotta announce his name before every single one of his tracks.
Oh, never mind, I didn't make one.
How are you today?
Okay.
Did you not wait until the announcements? Or...
Glad to hear it.
It's for acid to make
Yes.
Susan die.
Bring it fern, please gather by the memorial.
Go ahead.
Well, my hands are free, so if you need me, I'm right here.
It'll most likely be within the coming week. More than likely.
Aye. Sounds good. I got you.
Frank, it's so fucking quiet. What the fuck?
They're waiting for you.
Wait for you as you would.
I'm in Neon, or in the lab right now.
I'll likely hear this by the end of it anyways. else, everyone?
Besides those two, yes.
If you can't hear me from here, I'd suggest you move in closer. For those of you who weren't here, we said farewell to one of our comrades here at the Hollow on Tuesday. Jace fell to Tiger hands in some of our operations against the boss known as William. If any of you wish to state your farewells, goodbyes, or well-meaning words, his belongings and what remains of his ashes are placed here at the memorial.
Shh. He was.
I'd insist you get everything you need off your chest and show him the respect one of our members deserves. But that is not what I have called you here for today. Because I find myself beset with the inaction that all of you seem to give. That a lot of you have your own priorities set straight. Your own goals to accomplish, yet you choose to ignore the plight that we hold here in our fight to retake this district. We have on our hands a tiger that has taken not only one of our whisperers' lives, but two. Do not forget that we have lost Renee in this fight as well, that her mask now rests on that memorial, along with everyone else who has fallen. Yet I see very little movement from any of you against the perpetrator who caused all of this, who has presented himself a very real threat to us here, to every whisperer who chooses to don the mantle of green, wear our emblem, and bleed for us. A man who has managed to ransack and destroy one of our outposts and send our whisperers reeling, poison, and mutate those who choose to rest at our network outpost and threaten our munition supply in our fights to keep up the front lines, whatever tigers that try to push us from our backsides, and any other strike forces that hit our walls and halls. I'm very surprised I don't see more of you up in arms, up in anger, up in righteous fury over all this mayhem, all this destruction, all this chaos has racked our walls. Over one man, we've linked to it all. I saw a lot more threat given to Frank who, if you were to compare, is not that big of a threat to someone who has pilfered through 3 of our outposts and taken more of our Whisperers' lives than we'd want to count. Not only just 2 here, but all those we lost, the Coconut Mall, our engineers at the Oak, and our Whisperers who protect the homeless, the defenseless in the network. And if I'm the only one who will express this kind of fury, this anger, this rage, and not try to seek out this man, take him down, punish him, mount his head on a fucking pike, then we're fucking doomed. If we choose to chase our own lines, to say, fuck it, let's go after Keijin for all their sake, or ragtag with the hyenas, or go after whatever strange shit is here, and keep ignoring the threat that tigers present us, a hollow will fall. It's fallen once. It can fall again. And it's up to everyone here to ensure that does not happen again. We do not lose our hallowed ground. I look upon every single Whisperer here, and I voice my concerns, my anger, my promises, my screams, my burning rage. Either we're here after one goal, one person, one thing, or you can all fuck off to whatever alleyway or street you crawled out from. Separated, we will fall. United, we will rise up and take this district back with our own fucking hands. And now the question begs, who's with me?
But
Yeah,
now
we're
we're
right
here
here with
to
you.
fight the tigers.
I
If we
said-
wanted to fight Keijin, 'cause he's on our
I-
side.
I said, who's with me?
I will stay here and die if I need to.
Standing with you,
With you,
Red.
boss.
I am with you.
Si, senor.
That's better. I know you all still have your time to mourn, but the tigers won't give us any leeway. They're more than happy to dance on top of our graves once we all bite the dust and die and reach the bottoms of the pits of hell. So take your time to grieve. In your release, your reprieve, to honor each of our fallen members, our fallen Whisperers, our fallen family. But when you're ready to take a step forward and plunge all tiger presence into the abyss where it belongs. I'll expect you to stand with me at my side. And I will treat you with the respect you deserve. We will wrench this district back to where it belongs. Is that understood, Whisperers?
Crystal.
Always.
Yes, sir.
Right now, our goal is going to be William and ensuring he can't launch an assault like he did the last couple months. I want information on him, information about his whereabouts, where he's holed up, whatever corporate facilities or shipping companies he deigns to use. Researchers, it's going to be one hell of a tussle for you specifically, especially with what we've encountered with this gas and whatever else untested substances he's used. You're going to be our leading forefront on this. And I expect all of you to support them. I don't know about you, but I'm gunning for this man's death. For Renee and Jace.
And call his fucking head.
For the Whisperers. That is all. You're dismissed.
Cairo, I need to talk to you.
Okay.
I'm so fucking logical. Just quickly into the meeting room, chilling on right here.
What is
I'm
it?
gonna say this now. Neon did nothing wrong in the scenario with acid. Whatever Etta was gonna inject acid with.
Okay.
Yeah, no.
No.
Am I not getting the
You
full
shut
story
up.
here?
Neon disallowed proper treatment for their medical ward for 3 weeks, endangering her life.
Didn't know about that part.
Ira had a chemical that was supposed to help alleviate acid symptoms. Ira stated that it had been tested as best as it could without being directly injected into acid, and that it should be safe, and that it would help. Neon did not trust one of our own people, one of our researchers, that they had done their job properly. And because of this distrust of our own, for this entire time, for 3 weeks, she went unmedicated. When we had an answer.
So the notes I gave Etta, she tried her best to replicate it, from what I know. Neon gave me a note containing Acid's recipe for the gas that she has. I gave that to Etta. Asked her, to remake it.
You physically gave her a note.
I physically gave it to her. I will do exactly what I did here.
You are going to
Straight
tell me
from the researcher chat.
Tell me word for word what you were stating.
Straight from the researcher chat. Yep. I am heading out, won't be at the Hollow Tuesday. I have some notes on acid gas that she needs to live. She seems to be running low. If I could get someone to manufacture for her, one batch should last her a month. based on the notes that she said. Etta said, aye, Captain. And then she should have come to me,
Okay.
and I would have given it
So-
to her.
So you said there are notes for this. You
Yes,
never
there are
physically
notes.
you never physically made sure to give it to her. She never came to you to get it. And so effectively she was looking for notes for this that existed somewhere in the research bay about this. I have seen the research
I
bay.
placed it right on the main table. I cleaned out a nice little spot, and I
When
placed it on
did
the
you do
side table.
this?
The first of this month.
The first of this month.
This month is when I got. That was the same day Neon gave me Acid's notes. If Neon was prolonging, what the fuck was happening with Acid?
Well, before the first of this month, Ira had a chemical that was supposed to be an equivalent to Acid's drug that they needed to test, that they were going to use to help alleviate her symptoms. That was 3 weeks ago, which is before the first of this month. So she made this before she had the notes. That also means that there were 2 weeks between then and the first of the month. You're not the one I should be angry at, and I'm not going to. You tried to do what you
I'm
were
bringing up Neon's conversation with me.
Let's hear it.
So I'm pretty sure you're aware of Acid's mental state, non-existent. That being said, I'm pretty sure you're also aware of Acid's condition, the use of the drug to keep them alive. Long story short, the supply is running low, and I was just able to find the book yesterday. And then I should give it to me ASAP, now, and then she gave it to me.
Where was the book?
That was...
Where was the book before?
I don't know. I don't fucking know. It might have been in Acid's personal stash. But from I'm gonna also read out the thing. That was on the 31st of last month. Straight from the book. Straight from the book. There were some entries revolving around drugs, her own personal stuff that she was making. However, there's an entry called Acid that is similar to the inhaler drug, but the gas form doesn't depict entering the body. We can get most of the ingredients in Zephyr or in storage.
Is there a recipe?
We had
for
everything we needed.
There
Yes,
a recipe
there was a recipe in there.
for her actual drug. From what you just told me, it's
For
something
Acid's
similar.
acid.
Is that the same thing? That the thing she needs to live? Or is that something else?
Yes. The acid. Yes. It says. Hold on, I'm fucking reading it from my log. It says something along the lines, I need this to breathe. In the recipe. Before.
Okay.
I'll fucking make some of this today, so that when whatever the fuck is going through her system currently,
Whatever the fuck is going
exits,
through her system
we can put her
currently.
back on her old stuff.
Whatever the fuck is going through her system currently, from what Ira informed everyone about, it is effectively just her drug already as it should be when it's in her system. She took samples of it from Acid's blood, which means this is already the substance that is circulating through her, and recreated it so that it could be re-injected into her to re-top her up on what she has.
However, problem with that.
What's the problem with that?
Most of the time, people's bodies, they do fucking weird things, the thing entering the system. They change it a bit depending on how they
Okay.
breathe it shit in.
Okay.
For example, me. She might have a similar symptom to fucking me, where shit changes in her system. So her giving an actual sample of what was in her blood might have done something else.
How were we supposed to know that until she actually had the chance to test it? If she had been given the opportunity to use this
'Cause
before...
acid-
Here's another thing. She just had to go 3 weeks without anything for her system
Yes, she
to...
she was weaning off of it.
Exactly. So
In the bad
possibly,
way.
it worked perfectly fine. And the reason she's in a coma is because she was going through withdrawals and just got the thing she
Because
needed
the
back.
body's catching up.
So
Yes,
this
and
might
the
not even
body's
be
catching up. Could be
Ira's
that.
fault. If we had the real drug and she took it, she might have also
Who-
fallen into a coma. We don't know.
Yeah, we'll just have to fucking find out then.
What matters
But
above all else in this? We had an
is
answer
that
for
someone
her.
of medical did not trust someone.
We had an answer for
Then
her,
go.
for her condition. We had it prepared. We had it ready. The only thing remaining was medical oversight to test the drug. And of course, she
You know,
disallowed
Leon's
it.
in the fucking wrong here.
I knew that already. I spoke to Gary about this.
No, I'm just saying it
In
to
depth.
myself because I was told half the story of what the fuck's going on.
This drug was ready for her to take weeks ago. If we had done it then, we could have found out what was wrong then and been a problem back then. We would have known better. Now, there are unknown variables that are causing issues.
Yeah.
And
It might not even be the same thing as my blood. It could be something different. Fucking knows. Just
what matters...
all eyes need to be kept on her.
What matters is that Neon's job is to protect lives. And for 3 weeks, they disallowed the use of a possibly life-saving drug for someone who is slowly dying. To the point where Cowboy had to step in to be the oversight for that day. And then everything happened.
How many strikes is this? 'Cause I'm pretty sure this is past 3.
Me, Cowboy, Ira, and Neon will be talking to Chase later, per Chase's request. Depending on how that goes, me and Cowboy may also have a conversation with her afterward. Depending on how that goes,
Okay.
will depend on a lot of things. Until further notice, don't try and do anything.
No, I'm just gonna make a batch of her acid just in case she needs it when she wakes up.
You're fine to do that, I don't care. Don't get in the way of what Ira is
I'll leave,
doing.
keeping on her condition. Nope. I'll just ask for her side of the story now that I understand the full plot instead of just Neon's plot. She was shaping it out to
Of course she
having
was.
Chase, Wrench. Yeah, no, she does that. Well, I don't know why I didn't fucking think of it or put it together. Once I thought she was in the fucking right, but no. Fucking manipulative cunt. But anyway.
I hope you're having a better
I'll
day
make a
than I.
batch of it today.
Sounds like you're having a shitty day. I'm having probably slightly less shitty, but yeah.
Fantastic.
Gonna go make some.
Go ahead.
Let him cool down before he probably already knows, but yeah.
Knows what?
The fact that we got a specimen from one of William's creatures from the last thing we did against William, so.
Right.
So they requested a full, specimen body type of thing, so now we have one. I wasn't able to get one, but apparently Cannon and that team on the mission that Jazz died on was able to get something.
Right. For Neon's sake, I really hope that Cowboy gets here for that meeting.
He'll end up learning. Even if he chooses to hate me for it. I can deal with hatred, anger, any emotions people throw my way. That's what it takes to set their focus straight. If it needs to come to that.
Seems a lot of people are looking to talk to you. I'll wait. Unless I was incorrect in the assumptions. I am.
Don't know. All I'll say is there's never a dull day at the Hollow.
My question is very simple. What's the new situation with the rat? Because I saw him walking around.
He was giving temporary leave of his cell to mourn his loss of Jace.
I see.
As for why he's outside of his cell right now, beyond that, all I know is Chase came to a decision.
Did he tell you about this decision? Do we have the information we want? We still need to get it?
I can only assume as much. He's currently knee-deep with the Council.
Fantastic. That's where he is right now, then hopefully we have the information we need. We don't have to do anything else.
Leader. I wanted to inform you that the samples I collected during the mission, I will be holding onto them for until Tuesday to make sure they are safe before handing them to anyone else to mess with.
Alright, understood. As I feel like whenever I think I'm going to have a peaceful day, another fucking issue pops up that I have to address.
I'd love a peaceful day for once.
That
Ready to let
entire
Darwinism take over.
that entire ordeal encompassed a long-standing problem. These people have.
What? Are you presently busy?
No. Don't.
that I think everyone here has.
I sure hope they shape up. We need more people actually doing something to fight the tigers.
Beyond just that, more people willing to take actions against the tigers. Not just eat our food, burn up our energy, use our supplies willy-nilly.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't know, but the Hollow is the biggest negative amongst all our outposts. That's besides the point. I wanted to give people a wake-up call. and ensure they're here for us and not themselves.
Yeah.
They're only here for themselves. Well, just turncoat already. We can kill you and be done with it. I still have plans to handle one of them.
I could probably make
Whenever
guesses.
he shows his ugly fucking mouth.
Sorry, somebody's forcing me to hydrate, so you know, I only have this.
I only have like strawberry lemonade in my backpack. It's Osboost flavored.
I have.
Little, huh?
Last month, something like that.
Hello.
I did yell at her because
Yeah.
they said
The safety unit failed.
not put her in a fucking coma.
Went back down.
Oh, no.
Listen for you. Boss, have you seen my status?
What do you need?
Miranda suffered some burn injuries, but I have treated them.
Yeah, so as long as
She'll be fine. For now.
How did you lose your glasses?
They don't work like my other ones. So.
still,
Just because you've survived
I know.
worse things doesn't make you still experience it in the first place.
I know.
Yeah. For the time being,
goddamn.
don't push yourself for the time being. I'm getting spares then.
I don't see. Ah, yes.
Additionally, if you feel
Right now, but later.
there's a difference
What?
burning,
Did you need something?
contact my
No, I'm just throwing that.
burns my friend
I didn't know.
possibly. Also, another question.
Yeah.
My sister made it with me.
Yeah.
Was
I'm really excited when I am.
was it lost?
Um,
Your privacy. Anyway.
Was the object I was focusing on what?
By the way, package that came back in the wrong
No,
spot.
these are spares. They're not the functional ones that I
recovered
usually
enough.
have all the time.
At this point.
Still work the same, but not like the other ones.
do you want me to call them later? Or is it play a loud music for it? They have a little speaker inside.
Still a little bit of issue, but I'd rather practice than anything.
Okay, I'm good.
That'll be fine.
Thank you again.
No, I put on the spare ones, so those ones don't work like the other ones. One, I think you're a little more trustworthy after a moment, as I'm still only just getting.
It's not working on me.
Bájate, bájate. Te tienes que bajar, Agáchate.
Oh, yeah, try getting down.
I have to crouch.
Exacto,
Oh
ahí
my
ves.
God. All doing.
Well, we're becoming shadow demons in the corner of shadows.
What?
Is this what it's like for the perception of people in Skyrim?
Exacto.
What the fuck is
Hold
that?
on, no. This is what it's like for people in Skyrim. Observe. This is what we call next level. I mean, this is what we call super stealth. You ready?
Ay,
Oh my
joder,
God, you're
hostia,
so
carajo.
right.
¿Dónde carajo se fue? Ay, puñeta, ahí está. Ay, Dios mío, Jesucristo amado. Ay, mi corazón. Ay.
I'm getting the fuck out of here.
The fuck?
The fuck? What was that? What?
Must have been the wind.
Yeah, it's probably not.
Quisiera yo hacer eso.
Does my shadow demonness look better in this?
Raja, be nice.
It will not fucking happen again.
I know. She has a bad reputation for starting things that she really shouldn't be.
Cairo could probably tell you in more detail.
I've also been made aware that Ira may potentially be in danger because of her, which is the main reason why I asked you.
If she's in danger, I have stated to Acid, and I will state to the rest of the researchers, if Neon does anything to any one of my people, she will be going through several fucking walls.
We have...
Before she lays a hand on them.
Southpaw is their assigned guard for the time being.
For now, my plight is
Okay.
They will be both... I'm
I
not
will
sure how you
also-
wish to handle this, Cairo, but my idea was that since they are both security and medical, they could overlook it and protect them in case if anything happens. If not, we could flag it to Gary or add another person.
I'm
or
fine with it.
appropriate.
If they make the mistake
I will also
as
say,
a medic to attack one of our own people, another act directly opposed to their job, I will be re-educating them extensively.
Cairo, with all due respect, I do not think that will matter.
Then, if they can't
Somebody
relearn
watch
what
his
they're
magic.
supposed to be, then they will not be existent anymore.
You made a promise to me at the Oak that you would rehabilitate her. You would fix her.
For
I
a
have
time.
seen zero change.
For a time, she was better. This, however, is proof that they were just trying their best to hide from me.
I will also
And
say
they won't
this.
just do that again.
I don't want them to have the chance.
I would like to make this known to both of you. I have a feeling Neon is molding Acid. Because her mind state's very soft right now. When they first broke up, they got into a really beating with each other in the ring. Neon started it, and then Acid confided in me about some shit that they did. However, for some reason, Neon did a complete 180 with her. When she started acting like this, when she started not remembering people, I have a feeling Neon is manipulating her.
That wouldn't surprise me. I know this is technically your purview, Cairo, but I would suggest to maybe separate them a bit.
Fine. Actions and punishments will be carried out after Chase has his conversation with us all.
Yes.
I hope, for all of our sakes, that she fixes herself up before she ends up on the front lines or in front of Gus.
Hopefully, she fixes. Just making that known.
My doubts, but I hope for the same.
She
Never
can't
wish for to another whisperer.
Yeah. Let's just
But
focus on
sometimes it is difficult to have faith
Necessary.
in people.
I'm going to.
I'm leaving it to you to keep an eye on Neon.
That's the.
I'll keep an eye on Acid when she wakes.
My life went back to my spot immediately. Regretted. I'm going upstairs.
Jack. Mickey Bear.
Patience. Yeah. With that, I can read blueprints, so I do some engineering.
Could you like make other stuff from stuff that you've seen the blueprints of?
That latency, though.
Say I don't look good? Is that what I heard?
No.
But, gee, thanks.
Do you want me to lie to your face? I think we wouldn't want that.
Everyone else does.
Okay, well, I don't. So, cope, I guess.
Hi. Oh. I'm going to ask how you're feeling, but I don't know if you're going to give me an answer that's truthful or not.
It's not like I've lied before. At least recently.
Good.
How are you?
I like to say there's a burden off my chest after speaking my heart, but I'm pretty sure it's just gotten heavier instead.
That's possible.
I'll say some shit that'll get me banned.
About time he got back. With right.
Hi.
Oh, he's brought the whole entourage. Right.
Great.
I'm getting better at the landings.
This meeting is going to be awful if all of them are there.
Oh yeah, right. Well, it's unloaded. I can't
Yeah.
reload it. I need someone else
If only
to
coming
load
to
it.
execute me now, yes.
Another thing with me. I don't need this.
That's Chase and
You're a
Tokyo.
big man. You can,
I'm going to wait here and then I'm going to get down over there.
As for your question,
Excuse me.
I'm
Oh shit.
decent.
as I walked across that.
Not all that good, but not all that bad either.
You're giving yourself time to be you
You already let
for a
like
minute,
pull the string back.
given what happened.
Damn, I was muted that whole time. I need the people that I pinged to come to the meeting room, please. Thank you.
Time to be me.
If
If I get the chance, I try to. But it's never as simple as that.
It never will be. Not for as long as we're here. I have to go prepare to yell at people. From what I understand, I haven't seen Cowboy around, which is not going to be good for other people. Unless he's just shown up. So for their sake, I hope he's there to be the good cop in this discussion.
He normally shows up around this time. Just give him a bit. I'll probably stick around and see exactly. Well, I can imagine already what this is going to end up as.
This is gonna suck.
One way to put it.
Hello.
Hello.
Nadia.
How have things been?
I do gotta go though. Yeah, what's up?
Busy, kinda, I guess.
Yeah, I have to go up there.
Talk to you on things. You're never available, damn it. Alright.
I'm a busy lady.
Right.
I have one topic to bring up to both of you, Chase and Wrench, before I go back to my researchers.
Okay.
Alright then.
Preferably without non-head personnel.
Cairo, please wait outside and make sure nobody comes in.
Just for literally 5 seconds.
Out.
Wait outside.
You as well. Thank you.
Is this about what I think it is?
Oh yeah.
Are we here? Are we supposed to go? We got.
We're waiting.
Okay. Yippee!
Gives Cowboy more time to get out of his car and get over here.
Sorry, I lost it a little bit. Is this what I think it is, or pertaining to?
More than likely it will be. We're waiting.
Good, because I have some information about that.
We're waiting. Someone
Totally
else.
outside. Yeah.
Someone pulled rank and took over the meeting room for a minute. They said it was 5 seconds. It's not going to be 5 seconds.
It's a expression.
May I tend to something fourth dimensionally then? Real quick.
I'm not sure you'll have that.
Take whatever time you need. Just make sure you're back.
Yeah, I'll be over here.
I get the feeling I know what this is about.
Yeah, I would assume it's about the thing that's been going on for like a week. That involves particularly all 4 of us. Yeah, I would assume all 4 of us are here for that.
Chase forgot to ping me already.
He's ready.
Ma'am.
Understood.
Gary.
Have a good day.
Elira. You too.
Oh.
Fourth is getting himself situated. We can wait.
Should we go in?
Yeah.
We
Let them
can.
know.
Who are they trying to? Oh. What,
We're still
somebody
waiting on one
we're
of them.
aware of, or-
Hello. We're here. Can I sit down? Is that okay?
Who are we waiting for?
Neon.
They stepped away because.
Where did they go?
Just here.
Because.
She's adjusting something.
Yeah. They thought they had more time because we were delayed.
Can I
Sit
sit
down.
down?
Yes.
I'm
Sit
a
down.
weak little lady and I can't
She's dead.
hold myself up on my own legs for extended periods of time.
Thank you for the information.
Anytime.
It's gonna be a long talk.
It's gonna be a talk for where I want you to sit down.
Are you reading up?
No, you're not letting up. Good luck. Fucking say it. No, feel
Okay. What is the situation with acid?
Would you like to explain?
No,
or
I don't want you to
go
explain.
first.
Don, I want you to explain because you're the medic on hand that's dealing with them, so I've heard from multiple sources.
From last I checked, they were deteriorating. Ira here had came up with a stabilizer for them.
Okay.
And last Tuesday, we injected them with it. Their body should be acclimating right about now to receiving the drug that it needs, I suppose.
Okay.
The coma they're in, they're stable. I believe they won't be anymore.
So, what exactly is the issue here? So we have a Whisperer that's ill, that's now been taken care of, and we're good?
I wasn't aware there was still an issue.
Well, there is. There's,
going to have myself and Cairo have a conversation with Neon to make sure she understands that due to denying having Ira do treatment, someone could have died. They didn't, but they could have. That is all I am trying to get across to you, and all I was trying to earlier this week. I don't care about any evidence or whatever the hell you're trying to bring to me. The fact of the matter is, someone's state was deteriorating, and you were denying something that could stabilize them.
You're also a medic, yeah?
Yes. But I was
What
also
was your,
told things to share.
What was your reason for not giving them this assistance?
Kind of a long one. That's okay with you. When this was first brought up, this is when acid was still under her current supply. It had or not yet. I said no, because I wasn't sure if whatever they had would mix properly with their current intake. Fast forward to now, with that meeting Tuesday, where you said
believe
No
you.
researcher had given you the book. You weren't aware of it, but you made a stabilizer. Then confirmed to me that they gave you the recipe and had
We
asked
just
you to
had a
make it.
conversation with them that we went over that he understands that I was not given the appropriate resources and instructions to produce what you were expecting.
I was expecting just to follow the recipe.
Right, and I was not
You
told
said
there
that-
is a recipe. What we just discussed, me and Ben, just now in research, was that he said, I have some notes, please take a look at them, and then never physically handed those to anybody or made it clear that that was an exact recipe to follow. So nobody in research knew that you had given that to them, and that that's exactly what that was.
I made sure to tell them that this is the recipe to make the thing that keeps
I
them
understand
alive.
that you may have told him that, but he did not communicate that to us, so I did not produce what you were expecting. I produced what was needed at the time and what I could with what was on hand, and my only problem was that after being authorized by leadership to give this person care, you denied it. And it was denied not just when there was supply, but all the way up until there wasn't supply. And then when there wasn't supply, and I did finally get to treat them, you were hostile and tried to interfere in my work. So I had to go talk to, again, a second time, Cairo and Cowboy, because I couldn't get in to get blood samples and make sure that their life wasn't actually in danger.
You had brought up the drug once.
Roll
a
back
month and a half
quick.
ago, and that's it.
Ven, have you informed Nadia that Ven failed to do this?
Yes, she is aware. She is speaking with him today, I believe.
Okay, and that's also in the message you sent me, correct?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay. Have you been talking to Gus behind the scenes?
I vented
about
to Gus
this?
because they said I could.
You understand that I know Gus is gonna say that you can do that, but Gus is a Councilor 9 member. He is on the front line as you are texting your bullshit to him. Now, I know maybe you don't feel as connected as many people here, and Gus does have a soft spot for a lot of people here, but he's not gonna say no to you. But you know what he is gonna say? The truth when we're in a Council 9 meeting. And he says, yeah, I have people texting me over drama. He's probably gonna talk to you about it today. He's here. But that's not a good look, just on the surface. Just want to make that clear.
I was told that if I had issues to talk to someone, he was open. That was the only intention. Hard to go to everyone else when I'm being blamed for medical negligence, which, by the way, the arm thing, looking through their records, that happened months ago when we were fighting Strange.
I'm
telling you
not
regardless.
care. I'm trying to
I'm
get
telling you
across
regardless.
to you that someone was dying and you denied them care. Do you
I did
understand?
everything I fucking could to help
Shut
them.
up. Do you understand? Someone was dying and you denied them care. Do you understand? If you don't, we're taking it to the ring.
Well, that's not necessary. Because,
I didn't deny shit.
Neon, I'm probably going to have you evaluated by Nadia. My issue, as of current, is, you had issues with, acid in the past, right? You two don't always seem eye to eye and things like that? You've had your qualms? Yeah,
Things have been getting better.
my problem is that happened, and you were taking a forceful medical stance on their life, which is problematic when I don't really know much of the situation as is, and things were already confusing, and information was not being passed around as perfectly as it could be. So, in some views, it kind of almost looked like you were trying to kill them, which
Chase.
I don't want to assume that of you, but I also don't know that of you, considering.
When their supply ran out, I used my last resort, my backup that they made for me.
I don't know that though.
Before that ran out, I got them a respirator.
If you spoke to
keep
me,
breathing.
Neon, and you were like, "Hey, there's a situation going on with acid," I'd know, right? And I'd have sympathy for you because you took the effort to explain the situation, not run to Gus, your personal therapist, to help you with your issues. I'm your leader. I'm here to help you, but you make that difficult when you don't trust me or want to respect me on the same level that I want to respect you. And then I'm left with such little options because people are all coming to me with accurate information, and then it stacks up against you. And that's annoying
I
and
record
frustrating.
every conversation I have. You want the shards?
That's great. Hey, yeah, I shouldn't have to ask. You should just give them to me if you feel they're imperative to something that you're trying to prove for yourself and someone you're close with. I'm not gonna harp on this anymore. Gus, you can take them upstairs and you can talk to them.
I need him in this room.
You gonna do it here?
Yeah. I'd like
Okay.
everyone else to leave.
Okay. Otherwise, that's really it. Let's put this under the rug, as it were. Keep an eye on acid. No, door's not locked. Keep an eye on acid. Make sure that they are stable. Keep each other in a loop regardless of how you feel. They clearly care about their survival. You clearly care about their survival. You're just doing it on different wavelengths. So let's kind of try and get on the same one and make sure that their acid stays alive. Alright, you're dismissed. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
I have something to ask of you later. If I may. I'll come right to you after this.
I just want to quickly say to both of you in regards to the situation that, sorry, I want to clog up your hallway or if you need them.
I'm gonna let them finish that meeting and then I'm gonna call in everybody else. Wrench, have I informed you of what's happening today? I don't remember if I wrote it down or not.
Of course. I think he's still over here, it sounds like.
I just quickly wanted to say that I'm not letting any personal feelings get involved, and I won't let them affect me in the future in regards to the situation. I strictly have an issue just because I was permitted by leadership to do something and was prevented by another person from doing that. So I reported it, but I won't let it affect anything, and just wanted to make that clear.
That's fine.
Look, I've dealt with Neon in the past. My verdict is there's a corpse in that room. I ain't taking any fault for that shit. She brought it on herself.
That's why I'm waiting.
I will dismiss myself unless either of you guys need me for anything. If you do,
You're
at any
fine.
point, please let me know. I'm available.
Continue doing your work.
Dismissed.
In regards to the mission that happened, in regards to the facility that your people ran into, I'm not entirely
That
sure.
is the only thing I was trying to get her to understand. Is that someone could have died.
That was given to Van
She still doesn't seem to have grasped it.
today, apparently.
If she's still alive when she walks out of that room,
Is last Friday to this
she will
Friday,
be getting my verdicts.
zero communication.
And we will be moving on from
And
there.
apparently that's from somebody by Canon.
If she has issue, you can fight her in the ring.
And that wasn't something I was like.
I don't want to fight her. I just
Then I'll
know she's an angry person.
He started self-ridiculing himself.
Then It'd be worse for her if I do.
and doubting himself and his abilities. That's what got him punished.
If she's still mad when she walks out, I'll handle it.
If there's anything else I need to know about in regards to the Ira and Neon situation, please keep me appraised. Outside of that, do what you need to do.
Let me know.
I'm done here.
I'll
replace one of the computers.
have other people I need to tend to.
I'm dealing with my medic that I chose to try and give a second chance.
Place one of the leaders.
You're breaking my leg.
Our medic.
She might have tried to break or prevent.
I am sorry for that.
I'm waiting for them to finish the thing, and then we're gonna get the objective started. Do you know what we're doing today?
I don't know anything.
Okay, so you remember that whisperer that I sent on the secret mission to go spy on the back line?
Yeah, I remember him.
Well, I finally got some information back. I had some other members also assist them with that whole debacle. Having more eyes is better than one. It's one of the reasons they've been gone so long. Been doing their job. But I finally come back with something. I finally got a lead on the corporation that the Tigers are fronting to move their goods, and I have a lead on where Maz and Granger are moving some goods at the moment. They use it as a checkpoint to move things to the front line. Well, we're gonna go attack it, grab their shit, and take over the checkpoint. Hopefully help.
Rush in, grab their shit, take over the place. With Maz and Granger.
It's more or less try and push them away with as much effort as we can, but if we can only grab the shit, I'm gonna send them and have them assess the situation. Whatever they deem is best at the time, I'll let them handle, but, yeah.
I can take a team out.
Cool. Yeah. Sounds like a plan.
Hitters and runs.
Hey, excuse me, Phil?
Not that fucking hell.
Phil, what? Don't touch me. Don't touch me. Whoa. Don't do that. You had your moment. What's that? Because you're open now doesn't mean you can come over. Hey, buddy. That's not how this works. Hey, no. I just literally 5 minutes. You're free. Get away from me.
Okay, if you're looking for some love, just go call up Melly and Skinny. Go fucking look her in the Spanish again.
Speaking of which, apparent. It's your favorite line. Apparently, there's some crazy shit happening in the market district right now. There's like ball spawn cultists or some shit attacking it right now.
Great for us, by the way.
The cult, the block, aren't they some silly little shitty cult?
Some
Don't
wasteland
know, but,
fucking cult. I don't know.
Yeah, market shut down its district.
I'm assuming you need to speak to me.
Go into the medical
They
room.
gotta taste their own fucking medicine.
Do I? And I do our job for us.
Yeah, thank God. But no, I wanna kill it. I wanna kill it.
Okay. And we're going to get one thing clarified. Do you understand why me and Gary are angry with you?
No.
Okay. Let me re-clarify it then. See if you can pick up on why. Leadership gave full permission to Ira to use a drug that she fully believed was safe and going to help stabilize Acid's condition. The only thing she required was medical oversight.
Alright. Whisperers, please start gathering for the meeting.
Which I instructed that you would do, as I had put you in charge of
Thank you.
Acid's condition and fixing it. You then proceeded to fight against, disallow, and prevent this from happening for 3 weeks as Acid's condition continued to worsen as we ran out of supplies to keep her stable, and eventually she ran out, wherein, upon being given the drug, she went into a coma. You chose to distrust the opinions and choices of your leaders, in that they believed this would work and help, and you chose to distrust that one of your researchers was capable of making something that would help, when they assured you it would. And in that, you decided to give 3 weeks of chance every day for Acid's condition to downward spiral and for her to die. You are not only her personal medic, you are a medic of the Hollow. The lives of our Whisperers are in your hands, and you openly allowed one to go without treatment until someone else had to take it out of your hands so that it was given. You understand the danger you put Acid in, the risks you took because you just couldn't trust someone else. One of your own Whisperers who leadership gave their trust to. Do you think you have a better judge of character than leadership? Do you think you can make better decisions than us?
May I clarify some things?
You may try.
The only time that I was told that Ira was given permission was this week. It was Tuesday when I was brought up by Ace to talk with Cowboy and Red. That is when they were given, at least to my knowledge, permission. After that, I didn't bother. Me and them had a small yelling match, but other than that, I allowed them to do what they had to do.
See, that's funny.
Before that, they mentioned that they had...
That's very funny. 3 weeks ago. I remember it because it was during the meeting that we're currently missing because I have to yell at you. Ira went
Text goes
forward.
out to everyone from Wrench. Report to the meeting room.
She went forward and said that she had the drug.
Come to the meeting room.
In
Everyone
that
should be up
meeting,
here.
She was given permission by
You have 3
Wrench
minutes.
in that fucking meeting, in front of everyone, including you, that she had permission to do this. So you should have known. And if she told you, which I'm sure that she told you when she was trying to set it up, that she had permission, and you didn't trust that, you could have checked with leadership, and they would have clarified it. Go to the meeting room. I will be assigning a new medic to watch over Acid.
I love the fact that I can't even fucking clarify shit.
I don't need clarification. I know what happened. I was fucking there.
No, you... I record fucking everything, but no one fucking asks for it ever. I'm always getting the shit out of this fucking stick. I'm being accused of medical fucking negligence, but I did everything in my power to make sure they kept breathing even after the supply ran out. I gave them the book 2 weeks ago, and nothing.
You didn't do everything in your power. Because guess what? Ira was right fucking there with an answer. That would have been within your power. And you didn't do it.
I was told that Ira would
Last
collect the blood
call.
samples and use that.
You better be running.
Then I'm being told that they followed some bits of the fucking recipe. Which is it?
Go to the fucking meeting room. I saved your life once. Go. But I have to deal with you like this again. It's a disappointment. Move.
Alright, we got some things to go over. I'm gonna keep it brief. Not too long ago, I had some whisperers take an undercover job working at the back line. I'm not gonna tell you who those whisperers are, but they took up the job and they've done it. They've reported back to me. They've gathered some information on who have been dealing with the back line, how they've been moving their goods, what they've been moving, where they've been getting their explosives. We know that Granger and Maz have been using a corporation as a front by the name of the Maker's Mark. So if you see any corporate vans with that insignia, logo, things like that, that name, it's safe to say that they're probably used by Tigers to move black market goods. And today, we're gonna make a move on that. We know where Maz and Granger have been setting up their kind of like a middle checkpoint. One of the checkpoints that we know of, moving their goods from point A all the way to point B, which is the front lines. No pun intended. They're using the back lines to move shit to the front lines. And that's what we've discovered so far. They are moving explosives, heavy armor. I'm sure some of you have witnessed some of what the Tigers are packing at the moment in regards to on the front line. So if we can do something to stop that and slow that progress, we're going to do that. Especially for our friends on the front line. While we are gathering more information on William, which William is still our main focus, we should still be prioritizing helping our front line, which we are going to do. If you don't know, I'm going to have a team has already been picked, but they are going to go secure us a spacecraft, a small cargo freighter, to allow for us to what's the word I'm looking for? Perform our next heists more effectively, which is still the tank, and also we are going to be getting a new train for the front lines, hopefully. And this freighter should hopefully help us with those two things, and evacuating whisperers and moving goods if it ever comes to it. This is all to help the front lines, so progression is being made to lighten the load on the front lines so we don't have to focus too much there and, give our assistance to the crying help when we're called. And we can focus more on William. Wrench is going to be taking command of that group, and he will be picking people here shortly. But before that, I do want to go over something. If you are a head of a department, it is your responsibility to make sure that you are on top of things. And if you are not, then simply, I don't want you to get in trouble. I don't want to have to bend your ear. I don't want Council of 9 members coming down here and giving you shit. I'm just gonna replace you. If I don't think you're doing a good job, and I don't think you're up to snuff, I'm not gonna risk months on hoping that you get better at your job. I'm just gonna put someone else there and see how they do next. I don't have room to really be doing that and see how they do next time, and you've been working hard or working off of the back of others that have taught you. But we need to start making some change around here, and information needs to start flowing, and things need to start being more organized, so. With that said, then you've been demoted, and you no longer will be the head of research. Ira, is it Ira? Is it Ira? Erie?
Ira.
Right. You've been promoted to head of research. Congratulations. Please make sure you do a good job, and if you don't, you will be replaced. Do not make zombies in my lab again, or I will hurt you.
She was making zombies?
Don't ask.
Kuro, you can. Kuro? Oh my god, Wrench? Sorry, I don't know who that is. Wrench, you can pick your team. I don't know.
High or something?
I am, apparently. Pick your team!
Real quick while he's doing that, so I can give you.
Oh my god.
Oh, I'm sorry. Give you
If I call your name, stop up behind me.
With Dio. They were explaining me the situation.
Ace. Trick shot.
Yeah.
Cyrus. Ragdoll.
You say Cyrus or Silas?
Cyrus.
Alright.
You're gonna keep me safe, right?
When you get back.
You can fight, right?
I mean, yeah.
Pill.
I'll try my best.
You ready to move? He's fucking dead, I guess.
Oh my
God. Fuck, guess we're down to medical.
Dying.
I'm gonna hide behind you the entire. I'll watch your back.
Alright. You 5, you're rolling with me. We're hitting a convoy. We're doing a hit and run as much as we can. Secure the cargo of whatever we can find. Az and Granger are running on this. We're gonna try to push as many tigers out of this checkpoint, if not run off with whatever they're carrying. That's our goal. Go get your gear, go get settled, munitions, everything. Meet me in the garage, we'll set out. As for the rest, I want you each to link up in patrols, in groups, and cause some mischief. If we're going to be hitting something heading to the front lines, we need the Tigers' attention on something else.
Oh, we can definitely do that.
Go wild.
Okay, real quick, I need you all to listen up. There's one more announcement, and then we're good to dismiss. Go ahead.
I just spoke with Chase after speaking with Dia after learning about all of the things that have been going on with medical and the things happening with acid. So it has now been a flat rule that we have just gotten approved by Chase. If you or anyone are a part of medical or security or anything of the sorts like that, who are overseeing someone that is a patient or is security and is overseeing someone as security, you are not allowed to overlook that person if you have had past romantical feelings or relationships with them, or are still in a romantical sense with them. So, if you two or whoever is either dating, married, whatever the sorts, you are not allowed to overlook that person, as there are implications of bias. Whether you think you cannot have the bias or not, it is too much of a risk. So going forward, whenever someone needs to oversee someone, make sure you know that they've had either romantic relations before or are still going through romantic relations. That also applies to all heads. I am one of them myself, so is Dia. Thank you. That's it.
Everyone in medical should fall under the Hippocratic Oath, so it doesn't matter.
You wanted to
We
talk?
should everybody.
This isn't for treating. If someone is wounded, you may still treat them. This is for if they have ongoing mental.
Can I talk to you in the garage after this, since you're going there?
You should not be there.
We'll do that now.
Yeah. Start making your way there. I'll be there.
Like, check the guy going in on that.
French, I'm gonna have a quick talk with Side 4 AM.
Come on.
I'm gonna get everyone out there then.
I know.
My orders previously stand. Group up. Head out on patrol. Cause some chaos out there.
Time to
The
patrol.
Tigers are
Time to
everywhere.
patrol.
Fucking wild.
Oh, so fucking loud in there.
Neon, re-enter the medical room. You have more to say to me. Go.
Excuse me, pardon me. After you.
We don't have long before we end up having to be forced out of this. So say your piece. You've already heard everything I had to yell about.
Almost a month and a half ago, month ago. Somewhere on the time frame. Might have been longer because I had to give Acid her emergency vial for it. Ira brought up that she was making something. Chase asked who is their designated medical. I said me, and I said no. Because I wasn't sure how well whatever liquid injection gas would mix with their current intake. After that, I didn't hear anything about this until this week.
I believe in that moment when you asked about it, from
and
what
to-
I remember, Ira stated that it was used using the compounds of the chemical that was within her bloodstream already. And thus, as a researcher and someone who is well versed in how to do this work, she assured that it wouldn't cause issue. The only way we would have known if it had caused issue or not is if it was implemented into her bloodstream. But we don't even know that, because more than likely the reason she's in a coma is because she went into withdrawals for her drug and then was given it again, and thus had a
It's not how that
system
works.
shock.
As someone who has treated her multiple times, I understand how her stuff works. It's not a narcotic. It's a, for a lack of better terms, glorified inhaler.
Uh-huh.
That is why the inhalers from the heart, although a severely shorter duration between uses, worked. Their arm, as shown on our medical records,
Why are you bringing up
wasn't
this
a
arm?
cause. Because I got accused of it. And I'm being told that it was a part of what's going on currently. When it in fact happened almost a year ago. A flamer unit during the Strange conflict. I'm being accused that it's related to this now.
By who?
And then back
By who?
the blood being
By who?
Cowboy.
Okay.
I have it on recording.
Good to know.
I record all my conversations. Except for this one. This is in the private room.
Mm-hmm.
Back to Ira and the blood sample. When I asked a researcher, hey, I need to talk to Ven, I need to get this made. After I gave them the book, I was told that Ira was already making it. Then this week I was told that they weren't aware of any book given. Then Ven tells me that they were instructed by them and had the recipe. But they couldn't complete it, so they made their own version of it. So now I don't know if they used the blood that they've taken or tried replicating it. No one's answered that to me.
I spoke to Ven.
That is why
I spoke, and I had this clarified. As Ira also stated during the meeting, I had Ven read for me word for word what message he sent to the researchers about when he was leaving and when he wanted the drug made. He said he had notes. He didn't say he had a book. He didn't say that he had specifically a recipe for Acid's drug. He said he had notes about it. He didn't say he was giving it to anyone. He didn't say who wants it so that they can work on it. He didn't say he was leaving it anywhere specific. Thus, while Ira knew...
He told me that he gave him the recipe.
Yes,
Fucking
well... When you're blinded by anger, sometimes you forget some things. And I had to make sure he remembered by making him retrace his steps. He never physically walked up to Ira and handed them anything. He said that the notes were available. Didn't say what they were exactly, and the research bay is full of notes on all sorts of random bullshit everywhere. Ira never really had the resource. Before you start trying it, from what it sounds like, Ven has already been properly punished for his mistake.
I care about acid a lot. I wasn't trying to harm them. I wasn't trying to, what it sounds like from the meeting earlier, kill them. When they ran out of their supply, I used my backup. When that ran out, I tried using a rebreather for them.
I trust that you weren't directly trying to harm them. I trust that you did not have any ill intentions or desire for them to pass away. And I will reiterate again. The reason you have been punished by me, the reason that both me and Cowboy are angry, is because we had a solution. We had an option to take. Something that we were certain would help. Something that leadership was certain would help. Something that our researcher was certain would help. And for 3 weeks you disallowed it. For 3 weeks, put her life in danger because you didn't trust it. That is why we are angry. That is why you have been punished. Because by doing so, you put someone's life in danger. Not intentionally, but it happened.
So my punishment and the punishment for the rest of medical, right now I'm pertains to myself, I can't treat wireless, Phoenix, or acid.
You are not allowed to oversee their active medical conditions. I will have to put someone else in charge of overseeing how the last chance serum has affected Phoenix's body. As for Acid's current condition and coma, I'll have to put someone else in charge of that as well. You are able to treat them. If they are bleeding out, I will personally fight security on this. You are allowed to stop them from bleeding to death. It is your job. I do not care what relationship status you have had with them. If they are dying, you are helping them. But if they are sick, or they are dealing with some sort of strange disease, or they have an arm growing out of their back, someone else is going to be dealing with it.
This shouldn't even be a rule. Like Ame said, we're all bound by an oath to treat everyone equally.
If we were official doctors, we had doctorates and things, yes, I'd agree. The rule is unnecessary. We should all be following the Hippocratic Oath. I don't have an official doctorate. I have one that Buddy Lawyer Man gave me. A lot of people don't have official documents. A lot of people don't actually know the Hippocratic Oath who are in medical. We have a vet. It's not a universal law that every person who picks up a Band-Aid and a set of sewing needles understands. Some people are biased. I agree. I was too. When I had someone. I would do everything in my power to make sure I was the one looking after them. For everything. That was a problem. Because I was not the best person to do it all the time. Or I was not in the best state.
You said there's a punishment. I don't think I was made aware of it. Or is my punishment no longer watching acid?
Pretty much, that's what I was planning. It looks like that was taken away. That was done twofold. I had already taken you away from that, but now security has a new implemented rule which takes you away from it doubly so. Otherwise, do you understand what you did? Now, finally. You understand that as a medic, as I informed you when I brought you in, that your primary job above all else is to ensure everyone's survival. I had been so delighted knowing that people were not talking to me about the problems you had caused. For months since we'd left the Oak, since I had brought you in and corrected you and made you better, you had been. And things were doing very well. I am happy to know.
I didn't know that Bones was on from her.
Bones is doing a lot of important things. I wish I had the opportunities to talk to him as often as I used to. He's doing a very important job. He cares a lot about everyone. And that's why he does the things he does. I want this to be the last time I have to yell at you. Just like I wanted it to be the last time before. Now that I don't have to yell at you and we're not being pinged repeatedly for the meeting, I'm going to head out. I'm going to cause a lot of damage to some tigers.
For some reason, I was supposed to get evaluated by Nadia. Do you know when that might happen?
No, I don't know. I don't know why Nadia is doing it specifically. She is more in charge of research than medical.
I don't know either.
But I have no way to help you with that. That is out of my hands.
Alright guys, we're going cards down. Please start respawning.
What happened? What's happening?
Everyone came back. One of, I think it was, who all left? Was that
Yes. I didn't catch what you said.
Why aren't they coming in medical? Where are they?
Not like two attacks here. Holy shit.
Why aren't they coming into medical?
I would say we could start to make sure you don't tear any muscles, because
There's only two out of like a group of them.
where are they?
Did you see them anywhere out there?
I was wrenches up over there right now.
Okay. No. I'll let you grab everybody else.
We lost him.
What?
Oh shit.
We managed to get the convoy of its loot, of its gear. It's currently sitting in the Whisperer truck outside. I brokered a deal with Granger. He was quite, lenient with us, all things considered. Lost our medic. Told us we could take whatever was in the convoy and leave the area and let them continue their operation. And if I had any other fucking option that didn't consist of my team bleeding and dying out there near the front lines, myself included, I would have taken it, but I didn't have a fucking choice. Pell was dead, fading away at best. Ace was ready to charge him. I was ready to charge right there in with him. But I don't think we could have taken Maz, Granger, and his army of synths all at the same time. And get out of there unscathed or more dead, so I pulled everyone out instead. I was fucking dead, though.
You did what you can.
Fuck.
I know it doesn't feel like enough.
Shit.
The device has been
said already. Fuck.
Let's prioritize what's in front of us. I need information on this checkpoint, how many tigers you came across, I need its whereabouts. I need this equipment secured in the base. I need it looked over for any chips or tracking device.
Apparently got the plasma rifle.
Yeah,
she's
There was another person on that team. I don't know where they are.
We might have
They might be in there. I don't know.
I'm going in.
Burns inside you, you know, despite what Hill would have wanted to save more lives, the Tigers can only take so much. Now someone else has to do the taking.
Past a certain point, Sarah's the Nebula is currently housing him.
Yeah. What?
We've been found out. Who did that?
No, shut the fuck up.
The MP device has been secured.
It's okay, we can take it. I can handle this. You let me pass. I'm Reese.
Why the fuck would I just?
Now we can't.
They're supposed to be in there.
Those piss jackets did this to him. Just for you to over a certain device. Right now. Cyborg. Yes.
The thought rings through your head, Gary Ranger.
I'll look over EMP.
Just to be
when you do examine him, you will see minor scratches.
If you walk up, Chase, you see Bill's lifeless body. They are pale like a ghost with a slightly absent smile.
There's an EMP device that we need to look over. There's a security order.
Should probably go with
Beauty and death. Speaks set upon them.
Are you sure? Don't say looking out the door. Okay.
Gentle, 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 fuck.
Okay, let's go. Get out of the way. We need to make
Yeah, but like, holy shit.
You are alright, correct?
I'm done staying my hand, Chase.
I got shocked a bit. Shocked.
Emotions are high. But we need to.
Alright.
There you go.
We need to focus on William. As much as I want nothing more. But the fucking rip through every last motherfucker that took him away from us.
Huh? Yeah.
I don't want to be a fucking hypocrite again.
Is he my boss?
I don't know his name, but they took the guy.
You squeeze tight, Gary. You feel a small amount of electricity current shoot through your hands, the glove activating. It's strange. You must have squeezed it way too tightly. It doesn't usually happen.
Does Pill have any, like, under his combat armor, like any, like, silly little pins or knickknacks on him? Phone?
Any of that jazz. Find his phone, yeah. And a shark sticker sheet.
I brought it, and I also.
You would.
It happens. You get in there and you're like, I don't know when the right time is. You want to use it like
some pills in there?
when someone's like gonna be a hero.
I
Really comes and then you kind of just walk away.
I need a techie to get his phone open. Anyone knew his will?
He wants you so.
Are you guys like sworn to secrecy or something?
I know his family. I'll contact the only ones that matter.
He's like, no, he meant like the
And the ones that don't.
What if he was like, you know,
I deserve to know.
I couldn't
and then under that mask, he was like, put it in me.
Save one of those stickers, I want one.
I don't know.
Mm.
This feels a lot less fun when you're like bleeding.
Yeah.
So beat up and sad.
Look at this.
I gotta go look over the equipment and
They got bit by mice.
get a rest bed ready for him.
Yeah, crazy bitch, like, trying to
Just,
No.
Copy that.
have him wrapped up for now.
I was going through the garbage
Cairo.
and my hand got cut as well.
Can you please see to this?
We require a god out in the outside.
I'll prepare him for a ritual.
Cairo.
Ceremony. Ceremony.
God will be approaching.
Don't let me go back on my promise to my first son. Because I really want to right now.
I know of 3 people, 4 technically, who we
Hi.
saw die
God here.
while your son was
Oh,
fighting.
Mike and Darth.
Not a single one of them was any less beloved than Bill. Until the end, he never gave up. Not a single life was taken by his hands. He mourned like all of us, but
I don't know if you want to do a blood check on me, because even if she did bite me, I caught potentially some weird shit on my hand.
What do you mean weird shit on your hand?
I went through the garbage and I feel like my hand got cut.
They got a cut. Yeah, well, whether it came from mass or the garbage, it doesn't matter. You know, if you need to be.
You grab your mask, you look at it. The lens slightly cracked from the hip dropping to the ground haphazardly.
Second chance.
And I'll let you know if you're.
Maybe through the crack, a bit of rage can be sensed.
I hope I'm not. Rabies, Heather. I hope you're not too. You know, rabies. You need to get injected for that within like 24 hours. And symptoms don't even show up for up to 6 days. It can incubate for literally like over a week.
No.
And you just won't know. And it's only
I'm going with you.
So if you don't show symptoms for a week and they find out after a week, you're just dead. Like you're just it's over.
Gary,
Oh, that's awesome. I love that.
Do we have like?
I'll be contacting Gus.
Just on hand. Look over the equipment that we brought back.
He needs to know.
Probably a security.
No.
Oh, they're not as popular anymore because there's
I can do that.
Hey, Durdley.
Are you sure?
So like, if I do have it, and there's
We
like
can win together.
6 hours left.
I've kind of gone since the mission.
We'll make something for you.
We can go together.
In 6 hours?
You're great with time pressure, especially if you're on multiple.
Moments like these, Cairo, are why I had so many of you witness me making that oath.
I'm sure they probably have a rabies shot.
Keep me in check.
Go to press on the door, Cyrus. And as you do,
I'm sure there's a rabies shot.
suddenly feel light as you push through the door and
As I
fall
know
slumping to the ground.
Yeah, no.
As I assure you,
As
he
you
did.
stand here, suddenly Cyrus is going up.
We're gonna have like.
Oh, it doesn't
Jesus
feel
Christ, Joe.
No, right now. No, right now.
As you start to pick him up, you realize there is a bleeding dripping than corn.
I'm not a fucking sad dog.
What's happening?
Cyrus,
We're putting a pill up. There's something
as you
going on
move,
outside.
your vision fades into dark.
You froze Cyrus out, or?
No.
No, motherfucker, I told him to get checked.
He's getting checked right
I
now.
will do so.
Whenever you can.
I'm gonna go store this.
Give.
Yeah, but I took a blood sample from him too.
There's a sheet covering.
And then you can take it back whenever they're done.
Python's going to be heading out with me throughout the week. And then
For like rabies.
Let me cover your ears. I'm gonna cover your ears. Don't listen. Don't listen. Don't listen.
Put a damn pause up, bitch. I don't have one. Swap into the other model.
You better not die, bitch!
Oh my god.
Dog, if he dies, I'm crashing out.
Hey, no abrazas mi mujer.
Who the hell's getting the death roll right now?
Oh, serious.
Careful with my woman.
Shh. Let's keep quiet.
The light fade. Begin to see a new light come in. Hallway, a tunnel. Still door at the end. Begin to walk this hallway, seeing your memories, everything you've been through, the struggles, the strife, the cult, the demon that haunts you. You still can't help but feel like it's nearby. But as you walk through it, you stand to feel with every step you grow more and more light. That burden starts to get away from you. You start to feel at peace. Then you reach the end of the tunnel. You grasp the doorknob and you open it.
Yeah. Yes, but if it's in its completed state, I will,
Maybe we should just stay at the outpost.
Hey Remy, can I get you down a channel for just a moment?
Maybe we should just
Maybe we shouldn't, but
like I've seen
it's a
like
bit too late to leave.
Oh my god, I just realized well, no. The person that came to save me died, but they came back to life. And then the next time I got on mission, another person died.
Crack it open.
Understood. I'm cursed. Am I cursed?
We should go on a mission together.
No, well, man, not having any
Alan
more.
Churchill. What?
Are you afraid of needles?
Need to
No,
contact
I
her.
work with them all the time.
Look away.
I'm gonna kill myself.
Until further notice.
You better fucking look at already.
For this injection.
Man.
Already been treated. The blade was gone.
8.5 inches long.
Probably not that long now.
Yep, it is.
Until further notice, the surgery pays off on me. And I locked it.
8.5 inches just for you, Sage.
Oh man. Oh man. Dude! Oh man!
Oh, my bad.
Okay. No, wait.
Just, I'll close my eyes. It's fine. It's fine.
Oh my head!
Oh god! That's really in there.
Oh my god! Why did it grip me so bad? Oh my
And
god!
we're out there with
Oh my god! Oh god! Oh my god!
Watch me.
Oh god! It's done! It's done!
Don't you let it go too
Oh,
far.
you rip of a motherfucker! Jesus Christ!
I see. I will try my best to stop you.
You are so capable. Well done, well done.
My favorite part of shots like that is how you feel it inside your bone.
Yeah, no. It grinds inside the football. It's funny.
I'm never going on a mission.
I'm sure you did great in the field, other than the part where you put yourself on a piece of garbage and didn't use a stim.
I was trying
And let
to
your teammate die. But everything else, I'm sure you did really well.
Put in this bag.
Okay.
No.
Did you kill tigers at least?
Yeah.
Some patch of silence.
Only more clues.
Fucking
alarms.
You show those motherfuckers what it is.
For now.
Don't you? Is it tennis? Or is it? No, it's rabies, I'm
The
thinking.
glowing in his eyes kind of stopped a bit, boss, but
You don't want to
he was still twitching a bit, so we don't know why. So we gave him some muscle relaxer, so he stopped moving a bit.
Have his injuries been treated?
Yes. They're all gone. Not bleeding as much anymore.
Man.
Jump off the building. Give me my gun back.
One of these things meant to last exactly.
Wait.
Um,
Let's save you from yourself right now.